Hey everyone, it's James Lambert. I hope you're really thriving in all areas of your life, wherever this video finds you. Now, an idea came to me the other day while I was walking, and sometimes when ideas strike me, as they often do in walking, in that beautiful sort of non-thinking space, I record them or quickly make a voice note for my own, basically to remind myself. And this is from that idea. Now I am, in addition to this video, going to share that because I think there's some value in the way I explain it. It's just not, it doesn't look very nice because I'm sort of pointing it at the floor. As I say, it wasn't meant to be shared, but the idea is this, and I want to see if I can capture it on this paper. So what the idea came to me was like a square, or indeed a triangle. Doesn't matter, that the shape isn't as important, but I thought, well, hang on, what have you got? I was thinking about sides. You've got one side here, second side there, three side. And now, particularly what the idea, sort of Brexit came to mind. So you could have sort of those for it, those against it, and sort of, knucklehead racists as well. So there's sides, there's typically sides to every opinion. Everyone's got a side, and the side can also be analogous to an opinion. But then interestingly, so if I asked you how many sides has this triangle got, or square as I say, and people say, oh, confirmed Illuminati. No, but you've got 1, 2, 3 sides. But then what struck me was you have the space inside. And now again, in this analogy, this is the sort of unstoppable essence that I allude to. This is the greatness inside you. This is the area that is of no time and no space and no thing. And so therefore, interestingly, because it is out of time, if you like, it doesn't cling to a nationalistic identity. And so therefore, all the sides of the various arguments, or I'm pro-Brexit, I'm anti-Brexit, I'm a racist, I'm this, I'm that, they become redundant on the inside. What some folk, I think, in religion allude to as being the soul. But nevertheless, that unstoppable essence that I term is our truest self. Certainly as true as what we would say our physical selves are. You see that they, at its best, I believe they work mutually together. They're symbiotically connected. But as I say, just to dwell further in this space inside, which I believe is your real self, we delve down far beyond the superficial identity of one's name or the country in which you were merely born in. And we find in that space, we're very much connected. Far much more, I've come to realise, than we may previously have thought. Certainly, speaking for myself, than I used to overtly identify with my physical self. And that landed me in a whole world of trouble. And you end up, as we do in the world, we end up fighting. Most wars are about, politics and greed and money, but we're overly identifying with like 3D reality. So as I say, we don't negate it. 3D reality is very real, but there's also another part of ourselves, intangible but nevertheless real. And this is the area where increasingly I like to spend, whether it's in walking meditation or closed eye meditation or in the realm of imagination and thoughts. This is where you really create your masterpiece. And I believe even more so, the so-called reality we get to see in 3D reality, time and space, that has been based upon the author of the creator is initially in the world of imagination. And as I say, but even more excitingly, this space, it hasn't got a side, so there is no polarity, therefore no enemy. There truly is no one to fight against, because nobody exists in that realm of the intangible. And so I wanted to share that. And also, just simply, even if you take that out of it just merely dealing with perspective, which I think is so important. Just merely realizing that there are more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more sides to every argument, or I like to say debate, not arguing. So it's not in the case of the triangle here, not just merely 1, 2, 3 sides, there's the space inside. So perspective is such an important thing when dealing with other people that at first blush we may not agree with. I think this is very exciting, it's very important to remember. So we don't always have to agree, but certainly the way I used to think previously then, was if you don't agree with me, you're almost an enemy by default. Now, of course, this is not true. So I think when we allow for different perspectives, there really is like a real direct roadmap to peace. And it reminds me again of a nice meme I saw on Facebook, where two people were looking at what appeared to one was a 9 and the other was a 6. Now, they were both right based upon their current perspective. So I'll leave it there, and I hope there has been some value in that. And whatever side you currently identify in anything in your life, in any opinion you may have, just be open and flexible enough to consider, not necessarily agree, but consider other people's point of view. So as always, from my heart to yours, much, much love. Please do like the video if you enjoyed it and share it. And I look forward to catching up with you again soon. So take care of yourself. As always, you are unstoppable and I believe in you. Bye for now.